last time at Rural Connect 2, we also looked at this subgroup report. And this report is really helpful at PM2, which is why we didn't show it to you until PM2. Because this report is looking at averages, it's looking at aggregates of that data. And when we start looking at averages of data, what that really leads us to do is start reflecting on our own instruction. Right? At PM1, it doesn't make much sense because that's not our instruction, right? We've done maybe 10, 15 days of instruction at PM1. It's not fair to ask you to reflect on your instruction based on outcomes of students you have not instructed. But at PM2, that is a fair thing to think about. And so this report, we're looking at those averages. The top of it shows all students. So Miss Nopes, we can see that's moving to the left, which is kind of anticipated because there's a lot of red, right? The red means they're going backwards. So that's kind of anticipated. But then the rest of it shows us where things are actually happening, where things are working, where things aren't working. We had a lot of conversations around this exact report at Rural Connect 2, and I'm going to have you do some diving and thinking into this report in a minute. So I don't want to say too much more about it. I don't want to steal. I don't want to steal your thoughts. There's also a version of that report for whole grade levels. So if you notice the titles, this one says Leslie Nope. This is just Miss Nope's class. There's also one for all of Miss Nope's 5th grade math team, so we can see that full report. Just a quick reminder, the exclamation marks. The exclamation marks are for, I just love it. It must be 9:30. The exclamation marks are for last year's students. Miss Nope doesn't have that because she's a brand new teacher. She didn't have 5th grade students last year, so there's nothing to connect it to. The whole 5th grade team, there was 5th grade math at the school last year. So we're looking at that school's 5th grade data at PM2, what that growth was last year as a comparison. So we can see like, hey, it's been a year. We've implemented some things. We've tweaked some things. We've done things differently. Is it working? I would say here, like there's some celebrations. All of those bars are to the right of the exclamation marks, which means even though there's a lot of bars going to the left, like there's still students losing ground, they're not losing as much ground as they were. So we're not optimized yet, but maybe we're headed in the right track. So there's some things to think about there.